Hi, I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Damian.
Hi, I'm Brendan.
I'm Angus.
And I'm Kyle.
For our Marist of the Year, we have chosen Mr. Challoner. We chose Mr. Challoner for the following reasons.
He's a very religious teacher.
He does everything for the best of us.
Helps a lot of kids. He teaches very well.
Mr. Challoner cares about the school. Mr. Challoner, in my opinion, shows great leadership.
Everything he does is for the benefit of the school.
Challoner should be Marist of the Year because he shows family spirit by always being there for the students and making everyone feel like that they are like family. And when they're around Mr. Challoner, they are comfortable and they don't have to be like shy around him. They feel like he's someone that they can be themselves with. And as a community, he makes everyone feel very like connected, like that they won't have to be shy around each other, that they can just be themselves around everyone. Today I'm going to be interviewing you about Mr. Challoner and how he carries out family spirit in Paramount. How do you think Mr. Challoner carries out family spirit at Paramount?
Well, I think Mr. Challoner has been part of the executive team at Paramount Marist. His role is to ensure that all staff are working together on the One Initiative, and he does that really, really well. He leads a large religious education faculty quite well, and he's always supportive with every one of his team members, and always aiming to keep that unity in the department and allowing for teamwork and making sure we have good working relationships with one another, which is good indication of a Marist school. With the students, he also instills that family spirit and fosters that through activities such as the winter sleep out, which Year 12 took part in. So on the night he had boys making makeshift houses out of cardboard, and that really showed me family spirit and working together. It was quite a pleasant evening there.
Thanks, Mr. Dave, for your time and being very helpful.
Thank you, Michael.
Morning, Mr. Challoner. Today I'll be interviewing you as a nominee for Marist of the Year, and I'll be just asking you a few questions on your views of family spirit and Paramount Marist.
Okay.
Mr. Challoner, what are your thoughts on the family spirit at Paramount Marist?
Well, I think we've got a really good family spirit here. The teachers at the school are, I think we've got a great community. Everyone sort of supports each other and respects each other. We trust each other a lot, and I think you see that all the time. People just want to look out for one another in terms of the staff, and we have the same sort of thing with our students. I don't know, a single staff member that just doesn't love kids and love coming to school every day to help you guys, and that you don't see that in a lot of schools. A lot of schools there's a lot of people, but here everyone is really they just love their job and they love coming to help kids. And the boys, you guys really support each other all the time. And you really care for each other and look out for each other. One thing that sticks in my mind is I remember when I started here and I was a year coordinator and our boy had lost his wallet. And Mr. Stevens promised him that wallet would come back that day. And I thought, you can't make that promise, and he did, and that wallet came back that afternoon. The student found it, handed it in. Everyone just really cares for each other at Paramount Marist, and that's why I love coming here every day.
How do you think that this affects the way that students learn?
Look, no one's going to learn in a place where I suppose they don't feel safe, or they don't feel loved, or they don't feel cared about. And I think most people that come here, or almost everyone who come here every day, feels that they've got someone, at least one or two people at this school who really cares about them. And I think that the boys here really know how much we love them and how much we try and help them.
Why do you think presence is an important part of being a Marist educator?
I think it's probably the most important charism, honestly, because you've got to show people that you're there for them and that you're a bit realistic, and I think we're pretty good at that at this school.
This is one of the many Marist charisms. To possess this particular charism, you must be engaging and approach people all the time. You must also be a good example to the Marist community. Be genuine, open, and honest. I believe Mr. Challoner possesses all these qualities. Do you think Mr. Challoner shows presence within the Marist community? And if so, why? I mean, how?
How? Okay, I definitely do think he shows presence within the Marist community. He runs our mass, he organises our masses on Thursdays and Mondays at lunch as well. He's always present at staff meetings. He's also present all the time at school assemblies. He always addresses the school body in a professional manner. So yes, I do think he has a presence.
Do you think Mr. Challoner is a good example to the students? And if so, why?
Yes, I think he's definitely a very good example. I think he shows that just through his mannerisms, the way he talks to students, his presence with the students, and he's always got the students' best interest at heart. So.
Challoner shows love of work by turning up to work every day with a smile on his face and trying to help everyone that he can. He also shows love of work by always being in classes and being involved, not just being there because he has to. With Mr. Lynch. Mr. Lynch, how do you think Mr. Challoner shows love of work?
Mr. Challoner is a man who's not afraid to put his money where his mouth is. He's the first in just about every day in his office, and he's probably one of the last people to leave the school every day. His involvement with the 40-hour famine, his involvement with the winter sleep out, his involvement with the Year 12 retreat, the way he approaches his classes, his marking, support for the boys. So in many ways, Mr. Challoner makes his life a lot about Marist, and that comes through very strongly when you see the way the boys relate to him and the way that his classes are run and the effort that he puts into making this such a Marist place.
Has Mr. Challoner ever helped you in the past?
Yeah, as a younger teacher in the studies of religion, Mr. Challoner has always been able to make himself available to sit down, to go through work, to give me ideas for lessons, different resources. So Mr. Challoner has been someone that's helped me a lot as I've come into teaching as a younger teacher, and he's assisted me along the way to make me hopefully a better teacher. Thank you.
I'll be asking you a couple of questions about love of work.
Okay.
What's the best part of your job?
That's a hard question. Just working with kids, I think, is pretty good like that. So I think that's why everyone becomes a teacher, or it's why people should become teachers, because they just like to work with boys, and sometimes that's not something I end up a bit busy and I don't get to do that as much as I like, but I just love coming to work with you guys here. I wouldn't change my job for anything else because I just like working with kids.
Mr. Challoner shows simplicity by trying to live like Jesus. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on simplicity. How does the nominee inspire you to live out simplicity?
I think I don't know. Simplicity, I think, is just really important because I suppose it's about being really genuine and about being, there's no, and that's why there's so many teachers here at the school who, nothing they do, well, they do so many things for so many people, but nothing ever really, they don't go out and advertise it. And I think that really stems back to Jesus himself and the way he did things, but didn't want the glory, didn't seek the glory, didn't want people to notice what he was doing. He just wanted to go about doing good things, and I think that's why simplicity is so important.
Mary means to be a guidance to people and to guide people through tough times, I suppose.
He is inspiring to me because he teaches the school in a way that helps a lot of kids. He teaches very well.
So is living in the way of Mary important to you?
Yes, I think so. I think as someone who considers themselves a Marist, I think it's really important. I think the example that Mary set and the way she lived her life and the support she gave her son, and the burden that she carried herself, without ever flinching and courageously, I think that's something that we can all draw from, and that's a fantastic example that we all should try and live out to as members of the Marist community.
Thank you, Mr. Challoner.
Thanks, mate.